Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for being here. I lost my voice this week, hence why I was not able to put out my video any earlier. But I'm here and I listened to the podcast for episode 9. The trick is to keep breathing. And there is a lot that happens in this episode. And I have to say, like, some of the points from the podcast, it was like, I was actually really happy that Joy mentioned that she was feeling like her singing was a little pitchy, because I did feel like it was a little off in the previous episode, I believe, or this episode. I felt that way on the last episode. I think that's what she was referring to. Music, definitely agree. I love the music back in the day. I think our music was better, but that is just my opinion. I grew up on that stuff. Um, I do also agree that the details are always a little wonky on this show, because it's like they're either sped up or slowed down, or they don't fully make sense. So I get that. And I have to say, all the ins and outs that they tell us on all the stuff they have to go through to do the acting, and all the many, many shots of one scene, it's like, man, acting is hard. And I just want to say, on the note of Mouth and Brooke, when Brooke goes off on poor Mouth, it is sad, but I do like the way Joy explained. It just goes to show that, like, Brooke was always waiting to be betrayed. And that's so true. So let me go ahead and watch this episode of season 2, number 9. The trick is to keep breathing. Oh my god, that Naylee opening scene with those two is so cute. Peyton's so nice to buy that dress for Brooke. Felix is, fine, take her to formal. But if you screw up with Anna, Lucas, it's you and me that's gonna dance. Like, what is that? Oh my god, Dan's trying to say, oh, sometimes lies have a way of catching up with us. Gee, you think, Dan? You taking your own advice there, buddy? Yeah, and doctors are not going to freaking give that kind of information about someone's patient record to their, even if it is their son. Like, that was very wonky. Like, that's not true. A real doctor wouldn't do that. Peyton's temptation with that jerk and his drugs. And then, of course, we see Chris Keller once again working his annoying little pushiness on Haley. She wants to go to the formal, but he's like, come practice with me. And here comes Nathan getting his tux and planning things. Anna asking Peyton and Brooke, what do you think Lucas prefers on the hair, straight or curly? And they just both walk up behind her like, I have to just say, the decor at their formal was pretty damn nice. Poor Mouth when Brooke tells him that, oh, Felix took me home and took care of me. He's like, Aw, the horse-drawn carriage that Nathan got for Haley. It's like, oh, it's so sad. She's not going to be there for it. She would have loved that. Oh my god, when Tim's all looking at Dan at the formal, Dan's like, don't ask me to dance, Tim. I do feel bad for Mouth, but really, again, I reiterate, I never really saw him and Brooke together. They were better as friends, but I do feel for him in these moments. I hate that Chris unplugged that clock. That was a messed up move. Like, I don't care what your ideas or your thoughts or your plan was, but dude, I don't care what your intentions were. That was messed up. Ooh, Anna found Peyton's drugs. Ooh, Nathan's gonna drink now because Haley's not there, thanks to Chris unplugging the clock. And here we go, Dan and Lucas have their confrontation. Dan wants Lucas to have the heart test, and Lucas lets him know, I know you're fibbing to Deb. Awkward moment between Anna and Peyton and Felix when Peyton says Anna looks gorgeous and Felix makes a shitty comment, and then Anna gets uncomfortable. Oh my god, the whole conversation with Peyton and Karen in the bathroom is so sweet. Once again, Karen comes to the rescue and doesn't even realize just how much, because I think she just saved Peyton from doing the drugs. Well, Mouth wanted to be just like every other guy. Well, he got his wish, according to Brooke. That's such a crappy moment. I do feel bad for him, but again, it makes sense. Brooke was just always waiting to be betrayed. Dan's all, I'm not going to tell your mom about the heart test. You are, Lucas. I mean, I get it, but it's like everything Dan does is just like edge of cringe and infuriation. Oh, and Haley gets to the school to the dance just in time to be crowned, you know, prom queen, formal queen, whatever, and with Nathan as the king, and then her song's playing, and it's also got Chris on it. And that's how Nathan finds out that they were hanging out, and she didn't tell him. Crappy moment. But I do agree, this does show some, young problems in their young marriage, which is, I guess, I don't like seeing it, but it's realistic, so okay, I get it. Young love and the young problems that come with it. Poor Haley and Nathan, but they had to have at least some kind of little realistic issue. I appreciate that this moment between Lucas and Anna shows that Lucas actually is learning from his mess up. I really hate that Peyton's beautiful dress gets spilled on. And weren't they saying that was like the vintage dress that they only had one of, I think? Isn't that what they said on the podcast? I also really like how Brooke can just be so decisively, we're done, to Felix. Good for Peyton for not snorting that line. But seriously, Brooke, go find your friend. She needs you. Hello. Out of all the people to find Peyton, it's Anna after their awkward moment. And then Nathan tells Haley kind of about high flyers, like, go look at the letter in my top drawer and talk to me about fair. Well, I certainly hope Felix knows that Anna is at Peyton's and not with Lucas if Anna's staying the night at Peyton's house, or else Felix gonna think Lucas kept her out all night and then they're gonna dance. Brooke's all, to Lucas, I can get home by myself. Wait, I really don't want to walk. Good plan. I'm so like, what? Dan's all like having a real honest moment, and Deb falls for it. But like, that's the beauty of Paul and his embodying this Dan character. He's so good at it. Like, you want to believe him. And I'm just like, man, but like I've said it before, I think Dan and Deb in this kind of state that they're in, they kind of deserve each other. But like, oh, it's so crazy, guys. Because like, like if he's lying, I totally forgot that she didn't tell him to get out. That she's like, wait, come back. I want our family back together too. What is happening? Haley read the letter about high flyers and Nathan, and then she tried to call him, and I did remember him not answering the phone. It's funny what I remember and don't remember, and I didn't, and I rewatched this not too long ago. It's so wild rewatching this one episode at like 1 week at a time, though, isn't it? It's like back when it first was on the air. Lucas and Brooke learning to be friends, and I think it's funny that you see Felix seeing Lucas dropping Brooke off, because it's like, oh, he's dating your sister, and now he's hanging out more with the girl you like. He's got both of them. Ha! In your face, Felix.